I got a question. Are you guys here to support Obama on the financial reform?
Well, today basically is a good chance to see a sitting president speak. I mean, for a lot of people, there's novelty in that idea.
Absolutely, understood.
But it's also good to see. I mean, he's a great orator. I mean, no matter what you feel, regardless on his policies on different situations or anything like that, he is a great orator. I mean, he wouldn't have won the Nobel Prize if he wasn't.
Did you know that he won that Nobel Prize 12 days after he was inaugurated? The voting came in. What did he do for 12 days that won him a Nobel Prize?
Well, I mean, it's not as though his career began 12 days before.
He brought it up, not me.
I'm just saying. I mean, it wasn't as though his career began, at his inauguration.
What did he do before that, though?
Well, I mean, he's well-respected. Wasn't he a lawyer, and he's gone to Harvard, and he's had a lot of experience before that. I mean, it's not as though this man is just suddenly coming to being since becoming the president of the United States.
Right.
But, I mean, so as far as the Tea Partiers go and things like that, I mean, you were asking about them. I think it's, totally fine to have your opinion on anything you want. And, one of the freedoms in America is that of free speech. You can say whatever you want about whomever you want, be it the president of the United States or whomever. But when you see signs like, so far change sucks and stop Obama's tyranny and, socialism is whatever it's all about. I mean, these are malformed opinions because, I mean, there's no credible reasons that they give for their hatred. And I mean, really it is hatred, and it's tough to
I don't see
understand.
hatred. Can you give me an example of hatred? Hatred's a strong word, my friend.
Well, I mean, walk and talk with me, man.
I'm walking, brother.
When you see like all of these signs with, like socialism isn't freedom and, impeach Obama and, legalize freedom. I mean, it's not as though our freedoms have been reduced. These people are, actually inciting their right to free speech on this block in front of this place where the president is speaking. I mean, no matter your feelings, you have to respect the office of president, even if you don't support the decisions that they make. But when you see things that say stop Obama's tyranny, I mean, this isn't a tyrannical country. There's nothing in the history of this country that is could be interpreted as tyranny. The fact that they can even
there are a ton of things in the history that could be interpreted as tyranny, and I could, I mean, if you talk history, I mean, we can talk slavery, and that,
Well, I mean, so far as all right. In this current administration, though, I think it's going too far, and it's being hyperbolic to call it tyranny.
What about the fact that, he couldn't, one small faction of one party push through a bill that affects 1/6 of the American economy? One faction. He didn't even get all his Democrats.
Well,
we're not saying he's perfect.
Nobody said he. That's great. That's great. If I could get in, I'd like to see him speak too. But
we'll tell you how it was.
I'm just saying, just with the Tea Party movement in particular, it's just when you have opinions that aren't properly, I don't know, pervade.
Who's to say what's proper opinion?
I mean, all right. Saying that you want to stop tyranny and that your problem with the government is tyranny without knowing the reasons behind that, or
how do you know that guy doesn't have a reason for his tyranny sign?
All right, perhaps there's just better ways to put it. All right, I mean, there's just be better ways to say.
So there's free speech, but only if you approve of the way that
I'm not limiting what they're saying. I'm not saying they should limit what they say. I'm just saying it's ridiculous when you try to have an opinion that you cannot support.
Well, how do you know he can't support their opinion?
This has been shown through numerous documents and things like that. I mean, you can even see it on sites like YouTube with news commentaries, be it from the right, the left, or even just actual neutral news stations. But for every 95% of the people in the Tea Party that don't have a good opinion, there may be 5% that do. I'm not saying that I know all the ins and outs of everything.
Have you been to a Tea Party?
Absolutely not. No, I would not involve myself.
So how can you spout out 95 percentile numbers when you never even been to one?
Babe, just drop it.
I know.
Just drop it.
It's tough to say though, man.
Thank you for your time, guys. Have a good day.